In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for under 100,000 MT right now in NBA 2K25 Myteam. If you guys are looking for a squad that is super cheap, under 100k, but actually does have some of the best budget cards in this entire game and is somewhat of a competitive squad, this is going to be the best cheap team right now in Myteam in Season 7. So at the starting point guard position is actually going to be Galaxy Jalen Suggs, who I'm telling you guys is a really good defensive point guard for like 5 to 6k. Really not that expensive whatsoever. You get a good defensive point guard, 6'5", 98 steal, 98 perimeter, 94 interior defense. Really good defensive point guard, like I said. The nice thing about Jalen Suggs is they gave him a lot better of dribble sigs compared to his pink diamond card. He had Luka escape, normal size up, Kyrie Irving dribble style. Now he's got the best dribble style in the game, Darius Garland dribble style. He's got the Donovan Mitchell size up, Steph Curry escape. Absolutely elite, right? Some of the best sigs in this entire game he has, on a point guard that is mainly known for his defense. His jump shot's good. He's a really good defensive card. I think Jalen Suggs is one of the best budget point guards in this game, especially for 5 to 6k. Now next to not Josh Smith, next to Jalen Suggs is going to be Josh Childress, who is again one of the best budget cards in this entire game from the Splash Zone set. That's a nice thing from the Splash Zone set, is I feel like we did get a lot of really good budget options, at least at the point guard shooting guard position when it comes to Jalen Suggs and Josh Childress, because this card I would say is the new best budget card in the entire game. 6'8" at shooting guard, 6'11" wingspan, amazing stats and badges honestly for a pink diamond card. But where it really comes down to for this pink diamond Josh card is the animations. He's got the Garland dribble style, Steve Francis size up, Curry escape. These are literally invincible sigs. He's got Pro 2 fade and a really good jump shot. The only flaw I guess is behind the back isn't that great. He doesn't have a behind the back that's all that amazing, but Bradley Beal motion style is good. His jump shot's great, 6'8" at shooting guard with Steve Francis size up, Garland dribble style, Curry escape. Like, he is unbelievable for 10,000 MT, and he's going to be our main scoring card. I mean, maybe not the main scoring card, but him and Beasley can score at a very high level, and for 100,000 MT to have these two cards on the same line is insane. You're gonna have so much offense with Josh and Beasley. These cards are about 20, or Beasley's about 20k, Josh is about like maybe 10k, Jalen Suggs is about 5,000 MT. So between these three cards, you're only paying 35,000 MT. I think you get a lot of good value out of these three cards because you have a good mix of defense, a good mix of offense, especially on the offensive end. To have Beasley and Josh on the same line is unbelievable. And then at power forward, to add some more defense, we're gonna go for Galaxy Bodino, who's like 15 to 20k. If you look on Tuesday, he'll probably be down to like 10,000 MT. Even these cards specifically will go down even more in price tomorrow on Tuesday when the downtown super packs come out. But 6'11" power forward, 7'3" wingspan. Dino's just going to be that filler card, right? He's going to be that glue guy on the starting lineup. He doesn't really need to score the basketball. We have Beasley, we have Josh. He doesn't really need to be that main lockdown defender. We have Jalen Suggs to be our main lock. All this card really needs to do, sit in the corner, hit wide open threes, play good defense, good in the pick and roll, good in the pick and pop. That's all you need from Galaxy Bodino, and he's one of the best budget big men in this entire game. Now, to round out the starting line, for the starting lineup, starting five, I should say, for the best team for under 100k is going to be the only really good cheap center in this game, and that is Pink Diamond Wang ZZ. He's a good cheap center. He's like 3 to 5k, really not that expensive. 7'1" can play center, 7'5" wingspan. But the main thing about this Wang ZZ card, he's 275 pounds, a really wide player build, 92 strength. He's a good defender in game, even though his stats and his badges aren't ridiculous. He does play good defense, and he's got a nice consistent jump shot, very easy to green with. That's all you really need from Wang ZZ, right? He's going to be a good defender. He can, score on the pick and roll, whether it's, diving to the basket on a roll, popping out to the 3-point line. And I honestly believe this starting five can compete. Now, is this going to compete against a full invincible starting five with GOAT cards like Kareem? No. But if you're playing a team that doesn't have these ridiculous overpowered cards, this is one of the best starting fives you can build. Again, talking about the budget with under 100k, and that's just for the starting lineup, which yes is going to cost about like 55k, maybe 60,000 MT for the starting lineup. But off the bench, we're still going to have very good budget options, very good cheap cards as well. For the backup point guard position, I'll actually give you guys two options to go with, whether it's between Dyson Daniels or Evan Turner. Really just depends what cards you guys prefer, or what cards you guys, want more. If you want more offense, go for Evan Turner. If you want more defense, go for Dyson Daniels. I'm going to put Dyson Daniels in the line. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go Evan Turner just because I feel like we could use a little bit more offense off the bench, and his jump shot is really good for a 6'6" point guard. He's got a great release. For our backup shooting guard, again, for like 3,000 MT, maybe even cheaper, is gonna, I think about 3K for a Pink Diamond Roka, maybe 5K at the most. 6'9" shooting guard, 7'2" wingspan. He's going to be our backup shooting guard. He is going to be our main lockdown defender off the bench. Such a good defensive card. 90 block, 96 steal, 96 perimeter, 95 interior defense. Has Hall of Fame challenger, glove, a movable, interceptor, off-ball pass, on-ball menace, paint patroller, post lock. Even has Hall of Fame shooting badges like Deadeye, limitless, set shot specialist, and a very nice, consistent jump shot. Not going to provide much movement at all. He doesn't have any good dribble sigs, but the thing about this card, he's not going to need to move. He's not going to need to dribble. All this card needs to do is play elite level defense on the opponent's best score and hit wide open jump shots, and that is exactly what Pink Diamond Roko does. Now for our backup small forward, only going to spend 10,000 MT on this Galaxy Opal Trevor Booker card, but he's going to be an amazing scorer for us off the bench. He's probably going to be one of our main ball handlers. 6'8", I should say, at small forward, 6'10" wingspan. He's a good defender as well, 92 in the defensive category. He's got great stats for a Galaxy Opal. His jump shot's really good, has Pro 2 fade, and his sigs are not that bad. Like, he's got Kemba escape, Harden size up, Russell Westbrook dribble style, Shea behind the back, decent sigs, and also the Bradley Beal motion style. He's not going to be some Beasley or Josh type of scorer. So if you wanted to maybe have a real, really true scorer off the bench, you could maybe even run like Beasley off the bench if you wanted to. You could run maybe Josh off the bench and do something along the lines of this. To me, this is the best starting five you could build, for this team. If you want to maybe balance out the lines more, having Beasley off the bench could really help your offense, just because Josh can run the offense. With Jalen Suggs and Trevor Booker, there's going to be enough offense there. And then off the bench, you can have Beasley to really run the show. And then maybe you can even go for Dyson Daniels just to give some more defense off the bench. So giving you guys some options. We'll have Beasley off the bench, but again, obviously for the best line possible, Beasley would be starting, Trevor Booker off the bench. But now for the backup front court at the power forward position is going to be honestly a really good power forward for 20K. And that's going to be Galaxy Opal Triple J. Really good defensive power forward. He's going to provide maybe not too much size. He's only 6'10" at power forward, but he does have a 7'4" wingspan, a great player model, and the defense is really good on the interior. 98 block, 85 steal, 92 perimeter, 96 interior defense. Amazing defensive card. Has a nice jump shot, really fast as well, 90 speed, 92 agility. Great to have the vertical, the strength, both at a 92 as well. He's an absolute beast. Again, for this type of squad, he is going to be amazing. And then for our backup center, again, talking about Wang ZZ, when I was talking about him, there's not many good cheap budget centers in this game. Roy Hibbert's too expensive, JaVale McGee's too expensive, even cards like Walker Kessler, those cards aren't even that insanely good. We don't really have too many cheap budget centers in this game, so I do feel like Eddie Curry's going to have to be our backup center. His jump shot's really fast. If you can time his jump shot, it's a great release. It's just kind of too fast for me personally, but if you can time his jump shot, really good budget center in this game, and he's not a bad defensive card. So in my opinion, guys, this is going to be the best squad you guys can build for under 100K, and honestly, it's a very competitive squad. I think it's decent. Yes, again, is it the best team in the game or can compete against the best team in the game? No, but I think for 100,000 MT, this is the squad I would build. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.